Hello there, good people. My name is Johnny, and I'm here to bring you another video of my Vainglory gameplay. First of all, I want to say a big thank you to all of you who have been watching my videos so far. It really means the world to me, and especially those of you who actually left a comment on either the Vainglory forums or even on my YouTube videos itself. Thank you so much. It feels so good to know that people out there are appreciating the work, and I'll continue to give you these videos as and when I can. So basically, this video is going to be the I'm taking this video right here, this commentary video, on the final day before winter season of 2016, alright? So basically now it's update 1.12, and tomorrow they're gonna switch to 1.13. So I thought maybe, hey, you know, one of my first few videos was a Vox, and might as well just end off this season with another Vox. This Vox is not gonna be the same one as what I had earlier. This is going to be a weapon power Vox in the jungle. So I'm paired up with a Kestrel, and by the way, this Kestrel is going to be quite amazing in this game, as well as a really good Catherine too. So backed up by these two awesome players, my Vox was able to do a bit of damage here and there. Now, what's the difference between weapon power Vox and a crystal power Vox? Now, I think for those of you who are fans of Vox out there, or who are looking to try Vox in the future, I'm looking at you, Fattest Crow. So now, for crystal damage, for crystal power Vox, his main damage is applied via resonance, meaning he's better when he's taking on a group of the enemies when they're clustered together. Once you apply resonance all over your enemies, and you just keep firing at them, the resonant bounces are the ones that really cause all the havoc. Okay, so that's crystal power. For weapon power, the damage goes straight to the person you're aiming for. Like in this case, we're fighting right here. So whatever you are hitting, okay, that's where the main damage will be, not your resonant bounces. So you have much more straight-on damage to a single target. And that's good because Vox has insane single target damage as well. So here we are in the enemy jungle. They are split here, the enemies, but I don't think anything comes out of it because it was a bit too risky to engage still. Maybe because we don't have our items yet, so we don't want to do anything rash. So we go back to our farming. Once again, everybody, I keep telling people this, make the right decisions. You don't necessarily have to go all out just because you want to be aggressive. Know your strengths, know what you're good for, and then make the right decision as well, okay? So in that situation, I didn't have a lot of energy. You have to understand that Vox, especially weapon power, does not have a lot of energy bank, because if you don't buy batteries, you don't get the Eve of Harvest, you don't get a clockwork, it's hard to keep firing your abilities out. So to sustain in the battle long enough, it's going to be hard. So that's why you need to manage your energy consumption. There you go. So I just bought myself a weapon blade, as well as a armor. Sorry, armor. I keep confusing the two. Armor. And this is mostly because my counterpart in jungle is a Ringo. Now Ringo in this game went weapon powered, so logically you would defend against a weapon powered hero, right? So here we go, ganking the Scarf in lane, and we get him. And Catherine got the kill, but it's okay, you know. Once again, doesn't matter. Teamwork, guys. So I try to warn Kestrel that definitely the enemies will be coming up anytime soon, so let's just scoot out of there and be careful of your position. Now, whenever you gank the lane, you have to expect that the enemy junglers are gonna come up to do a counter gank. So I see some laners, they manage to gank the enemy laner, and then they start pushing forward towards the turret. I say, don't do that if you're not together with your team, because you might be counter ganked. Okay, so just be careful of that. So here I am gonna buy myself a heavy steel just to add even more oomph into my basic attacks, and you will see in a while how much damage it really does, especially towards the mid game. So that's the difference, right? Crystal power, you're very late game strong. Weapon power, your strength is mainly in the early and the mid game. I would say more mid game because after all, you still need time to build up that weapon power right there. So in an event that you are going weapon power, always upgrade or get the overdrive of your A ability. The reason is because in this update, the A ability has bonus damage. Oh, look at that burst! Did you see that? The way I just went for Ringo, it took out half his HP, and that's the power of weapon-powered Vox. Okay, so as I was saying, in this particular patch, and assuming that they don't change it in 1.13, I don't think they will, is that they have given a bonus 20% weapon power damage on your A ability if overdriven. So imagine that. If by the time you get your A ability overdriven, and let's say you have a Sorrow Blade, and you have at least 10 stacks of Breaking Point or something like that, your A ability, your Sonic Zoom, is going to melt a single target. It's going to be crazy. Of course, once again, assuming that your enemy is not defending against you that much. So that's a little pointer for you guys. So you have to understand what it really does for you. Radio. Here we go, back into the jungle, doing our farming. Just warning Kestrel a little bit to stay away from Scarf. We don't want any mishaps in lane. Because Scarf can burn down a tower pretty fast. I mean, yeah, they nerfed that ability a bit, but never underestimate a Scarf in pushing lane. He is crazy. He's just as strong as a Saw or something like that. Yeah. So anyway, I see Catherine going over to the enemy jungle. Okay, no one's there. Let's go take the farm and buy some more things. I'm working towards a heavy steel here, guys. Just FYI. Everything's good. Everything's nice. No one's taking the gold mine. Everything's going fine here. They did take the minion mine though, so that means that the minions are gonna push harder in lane. But the question is, do we take our own minion mine? Not necessarily, because if Kestrel can deal with the wave push in the lane, then it actually gives her more gold and gives the enemy laner less gold as they're clearing the lane. So you don't necessarily have to take your minion mine because the other team takes the minion mine too. So here we're going to lane, and you can see all of them are there. They're all pushing lane hard here. So we go in to try to do some damage. I'm doing damage to Catherine right there. I go in for my silence. I go in with 2 more Sonic Zooms. Look at that, how low they are. We had to back out here because of Scarf's ultimate. We had to really get out of there, burning really badly. Oh, Catherine's just so low there. We don't get to kill anyone? Really? Aw, shucks. Maybe we do, maybe we do. We go in again. Catherine's right there. We finish her off, do we? No, instead we focus on Ringo, and that's where we take him out. Very nicely done there by Kestrel. Nice aiming and an assist for me. Yippee! Alright, back to the jungle. Get some money. I'm sitting on, at this current point in time, got 1,000, almost 1,005 gold. I could get my boots. Oh yes, thankfully. Yeah, finally get boots. And I'm gonna save the rest up for my Sorrow Blade. Now, I don't know why I didn't get my boots earlier on. I was just so focused on getting my Sorrow Blade. But boots is gonna help me a lot and get to places faster. Alrighty, so there we go. I've overdriven my A ability, which is gonna be awesome for me when I engage with the enemy later on. Alright. Just to let you know, it's pretty slow right now, guys, but do be rest assured that the battles, this game gets pretty intense later on. So here we go for another battle in the jungle. This is pretty risky because now it's effectively a 3-2 fight here. I get sandwiched between the two of them, Ringo and Scarf, but we do take out the enemy Catherine. Catherine's nice stun there by Catherine. And a kill steal by me. I'm so sorry to the Kestrel. I had no idea that you had your ultimate ready. I was just trying to aim for Scarf to finish him off. I am so sorry. So anyway, I don't know if you saw the corner of the screen when Ringo was going to do his ult, and Catherine went in to just stun his face. And oh, I was like, oh, that is awesome. That saved our butt there, big time. So, kudos to this particular Catherine. To Lulu. Yeah, that's you right there, whoever you are. Awesome. Nice timing on your stun. Okay, so there we go once again, doing our farming, getting the gold. Oh, precious gold, look at that, 81 gold for that small minion. That's awesome stuff. Okay, so going back to lane to help Kestrel out a little bit, just in case she needs any help. Once again, there's still up 1 minion mine. That means we haven't taken our own. So that's something to be aware of. So we want to help out Kestrel in lane as much as we can. Catherine is in trouble. I go in with my Resonance. Resonance, by the way, does not do much damage to the other opponents. Once again, I am weapon powered, so I have to be very careful as to who I'm focusing on my damage on. Okay, so since Catherine's coming in there, I'm going to poke a little bit. Okay, this is where the main battle is going to go down here in lane, if I'm not wrong. Catherine comes into silence, and we stay back for a little bit. Once again, lots of poking around, and we get to try to help out. I go in with my silence. I go in with some damage. Look at the damage. Look at Ringo. Look at Ringo. Oh, body block there by the enemy Catherine, just taking the hit for Ringo. Oh my god, that was so close. Ringo was just down to this little bit as I went in for my Sonic Zoom. So anyway, in this case, we're back to their jungle, taking their farm. Yeah, good money, good money. I think I might have enough for Sorrow Blade soon. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna save it up. I still need about 400 more. Oh, then I go to buy something else. Oh, that was silly of me. I don't know why I was just like, oh, okay, let's build towards a breaking point at the same time. Okay, so maybe I should have saved the money. By now, I could have had a Sorrow Blade, guys. That's the truth. So, lesson learned. Try to focus on what you're building on. For me, I was like, yeah, let's build many things at the same time, so that I can hit a spike all together, like get my Sorrow Blade and my breaking point one after another really quickly. But sometimes, you never know when the next battle will be, and you need that tier 3 item whenever you can. So here I go in with a little bit of poking around, not doing much to anyone because of Catherine and her Storm Guard was up. Oh, another stun there in that bush. So one thing about Catherine's, okay? One thing about Catherine's, don't waste your stun. Only stun when you are ready to go in for a fight. Don't just stun for the sake of stunning, right? Because it's a very important tool right there. Look at that, like that stun. I mean, like, what do you expect to do out of that? Ooh, look at how low they are. Oh, and I get the burn. We take out the enemy Catherine again. And Scarf is still burning me. We try to go in and look at how close they are to death. Look at, oh, I was like, oh, that Scarf is just that much away. If only Kestrel had a snipe there, it might have killed him off. So here I am warning Kestrel not to go in there just in case. And I go over to the farm and get some more money. Yeah, so that was a really exciting engagement right there. And I go for my Sorrow Blade, finally. Woo! Okay. So, moving on. I'm gonna just clear the farm right here. So, good engagement for us. We managed to take out the enemy Catherine, and we managed to get them to really low, giving Kestrel more time to farm in the lane and push lane as well. So here we are finally taking our minion mine so that the lane won't be pushed too much. And I take the overdrive. The last upgrade I do is an overdrive to my ultimate. Once again, because you don't need your Sonic Pulse to be that strong because you're not doing Crystal Power. So yes, the point to take note for you guys. If you're doing weapon power, it's okay. You don't have to go the ultimate for. You don't have to go for the overdrive in the B ability. Oh, we take out Catherine again. Oh, Catherine's getting a lot of hits here. Oh, and I dodge one Scout Trap, another Scout Trap, and I stop there and I die with I totally forgot that they put one there. Okay, anyway guys, I got my breaking point. So awesome stuff. See, the good thing about waiting before I build my tier 3 items is that I can get a Sorrow Blade and a breaking point one after another. Now you might also notice that I just got myself a Clockwork. And you might be wondering, what am I building towards? Wanna guess? It's actually, okay, I did cheat a little bit. I know I told you guys this is going to be a weapon powered Vox. But I wanted my B ability, my resonant bounces, to do something as well. I don't want it to just be just for the sake of applying my Sonic Zoom. If in an event that the enemies are grouped together. I want my resonance to do something, okay? So in this case, I decided to build one CP item, and that is Aftershock. Now, if you think about it, it's not really a crystal power item. Yes, it is. It gives you a bit of crystal power, but its main damage comes from the lifesteal, right? The damage of 15% of your enemy's maximum life and the 50% lifesteal from that damage. So apparently in this patch, the Aftershock does proc in resonant bounces as well. So it gives that lifesteal damage, the damage and lifesteal to all who are hit by the resonant bounces. So this way, my resonant bounces count for something too, and it also gives me a little bit of sustenance in the game to stay in the game a bit longer because of the lifesteal. Alrighty. So, and also because of the way his Sonic Zoom works, it's easy to proc the Aftershock. One pulse, and then you go in with the Sonic Zoom, immediately your Aftershock is triggered already. So it's very easy for Vox to trigger an Aftershock, the active of an Aftershock. So I found it a very useful tool. If I had to get one CP item, it probably had to be an Aftershock. Now, also not to mention that an Aftershock helps a lot in cooldowns. So that means I can use my A ability more often, because it gives me energy recharge as well as cooldown reduction. So it helps a lot. Look at the bird. Look at that burst energy onto Ringo. He shouldn't have checked the brush like that, man. So here we are trying to dodge the ultimate by Scarf. I'm being burned really bad. Catherine wants me really bad. Look at her. Look at, she just wants me bad. And I'm trying to get out of here. But lucky for my lifesteal, lucky for my yeah, a bit of lifesteal here and there. It's helping me a bit. And my teammates pick up the slack. So pretty okay. It's good, it's good. Alright, so I'm just gonna get myself a potion. I need it. And so yeah, so as I was saying, yes, Aftershock helps a lot in the cooldown reduction. I think it reduces your A ability cooldown by maybe half a second or a second. And that's a lot. I mean, because considering already as it is, the Sonic Zoom's cooldown is about only 3 seconds now. Being able to have it even lower is better. Here is where we lose the plot a little bit. We get our turret down. We go over to the bush. We don't see if he's there. And unfortunately, he just ported out at the last second. So here we are. We're actually now in a bit of a disadvantage because our turret is down. So we go over and we take their turret too. Why not, right? Tit for tat. And now we try to look for a fight now, I guess. We want to fight. We see Catherine there again. I Sonic Zoom in. Bad positioning there. And here, I did for overkill. Look at that. I wasted my ultimate on him because I just wanted him so badly. Whereas I could have used my ultimate there when they're all lined up. I could have went in with an ultimate there if I had not used it for Ringo. So that's another mistake I did. I went for an overkill because I was afraid that Ringo was going to get away. So I used my ultimate there. Try, I guess, not to use an ultimate for Ringo. I mean, for one single target. Nice finish there by Castrol. Look at the way she positioned herself to the right spot to take 2 more shots at Scarf just to finish him off. So we proceed then to take on the Kraken. So we should be able to get Kraken down pretty fast, especially because of Castrol's hits. It's amazing. And my rather retarded stutter stepping. Sorry guys. I was just trying to, you know, watch out if there's any guys coming over to steal it from us. Yeah, right. Actually, to be honest, yeah, my stutter stepping sucks. Okay, so alright, so we are pushing with Kraken now. We say might as well we take their minion mine. Alright. Alright, so now we can push up to lane. Scarf is hanging around there. And the more time they spend taking us on, the better, because Kraken can just go ahead and work on the turrets. Catherine staying strong in there for us. Very nice there. I go in with my ultimate. I go in with my Sonic Zoom. Not doing much to Catherine there. Catherine's very well built against me, for the time being at least. Okay, so we go in again. Here we go. Going to burn down Catherine. I take out Catherine there. Our own Catherine's in trouble. Oh, just a little bit left. And she stays alive, thankfully. Okay, so we decide, okay, that's enough. The Kraken's dead. Let's just go and get something else here. Get some farm. Alright, so that was a great push. Now they're left with 2 turrets. And we got quite a good amount of gold. I have more or less a full build here. Except for my defense item and my boots. I could probably just go infuse. Let's see what I get. Yeah, I think defense is always... I remember I took the Aegis. Because defense should always be number 1. Especially if... then again, no, not necessarily. Not necessarily. But I felt that I needed a bit more defense against the Scarf. And that block, the reflex block that comes together with Aegis is going to help me quite a bit as well too. If Ringo were to ult me, I could block the burn, so that's pretty good. Oh, okay, so here we go. We see the enemy Catherine in the jungle again. I go with my ultimate. Now that's a good time to go in with the ultimate. And I finish off Ringo, and I go with Castro finishes off Catherine. I get burned so badly. I don't know why I didn't use the Aegis right there. I bought it specifically for Scarf, but I didn't use it. I guess I was just too busy running away. But it's okay. My teammates got the kill, and they're going to push for a lane. Yay, yay, yay. But I think I do eventually join them for the final push. So this is not it, guys. This is not the end of the game just yet. So hang in there. Looking at the builds here. Okay, so 1 weapon powered by Ringo and Crystal by Scarf as expected. So I'm defending against both of them pretty well, but mostly Scarf, because Scarf is just he melts, man. He really melts. Ringo, I can take him out quite fast, especially because he's not defending. Now that's a big mistake to do. Ringo is just going for straight on damage, and the only defense item he has is boots. So it's going to be easy to burn him down. It's going to be easy to, you know, just kill him off. So unlike Scarf, I really need to defend against him because, you know, the longer he's in the battle, the burns and all that. So I figured that I should definitely get my first tier 3 item should be an Aegis instead of that metal jacket. I mean, you guys could have a different opinion. You might say that, oh, Ringo is going for straight damage, therefore, you know, you should get a metal jacket. But to be honest, Ringo hasn't really threatened throughout this whole game. Anyway, this is the final battle here. I go in with another silence on top of the ultimate by Catherine, and we're just melting the enemies right here. Look at the damage we're creating right there, and we finish off the enemy Catherine. This would be the final battle. I get myself an Atlas Pauldron just for the sake of getting it. And instead of going for the minion mine, I don't waste any time. I just go run in with my team, because the what do you call that? The respawn timings are really long now, so there's no need to go get anything else, just go. So in this case, I'm going for the other turret, as you can see, and work on the turret first, while my minions and the other 2 teammates were working on the first turret. And that helps to save time, because that way, once the minions are in there, actually the other turret's barrier is already down. It doesn't work for Kraken, by the way. It's only for minions that they're nearby. Only will it disengage the barrier for the other turret. So just take note, you can do that. Let's have a look at the final details. I'm pretty sure many of them sold their items already anyway, but good thing is that we had a look at it earlier. So a great game by our own Kestrel, Kemorak, had 11 kills, 0 deaths, a perfect game for him. In fact, I was the only one who died the most in the whole game. Yeah, I got 7 kills and 12 assists, not too bad for me as well. Great job by everybody. It was not an easy game, so kudos to the enemy team as well. Great game there. Hope you liked this video of a weapon power Vox. Next time, if you're trying him out also, let me know what you think. Is there a better way to use a weapon power Vox? Let me know through your comments. Thank you very much, and have an awesome winter season in the Hassel Unfold. See you guys.